How did you get involved here, and what made you decide to want to come down and participate in the Collegiate Summer Baseball Invitational?
Just a lot of different connections around the country. I have a friend of mine, Brady Coden. His son Cody plays at Washington State. They were interested in it, and when they started to inquire about it, me staying in Texas, they asked if I wanted to be a part of it. Brian Nelson has a friend that knew another one of my friends named Adam Housley that reached out to me probably about a month ago, and I said I would do it because it was an open week. Baseball, my professional baseball is not in right now, so I was able to have this week off, getting prepared for the draft on June the 10th. But a lot of different connections around the country and people I've known for a long time helped make this possible.
Yeah, what does it mean to you to be a part of maybe this first bubble atmosphere? You look at what the NBA, the NHL, maybe the MLB, some of these major leagues are looking at. What does it mean to you to be able to be a part of this first experiment that could be a blueprint for other leagues to come in this COVID world we live in?
It's always great to be the first. We can definitely get it right, and people can learn from us, have the blueprint, or we can get it wrong and still get it right, because now we've shown people what we did wrong, and then they can come behind us and make it right. But it's just great to be part of something that's getting these young men out playing the game that they love. They hadn't been able to play. Their seasons were cut short. Some of them draft eligible. With the draft coming up, a showcase like this can do a lot of young men in that room over there. A lot of justice are helping them achieve that goal of playing professional baseball.
Mm-hmm. Well, as this mentor role that you have this weekend, what do you hope to impart, or even what do you hope that some of the guys ask you? What knowledge do you hope to kind of pass on in these practices and games ahead?
It's hard to actually teach a lot in the short window that we have, but in the situations like this, it's going to be like 4 or 5 days at the most. I want guys. I'm going to watch the pitchers throw, give them my very little input, very little, because I don't want to throw too much at them at one time, but just be an open door and an open mind, and have them tell them, don't be afraid to ask me questions. I'm an open book. Whatever you need to know, if I don't know, I can find somebody in the matter of picking up my phone, making a phone call, getting the answer for you. That's it. Just let them know I have a wealth of information, and if I don't know it, I can get that information very quickly.
Mm-hmm. And I know we talked a little bit before. You said that this isn't your first time to Bryan College Station. You have some relationships with head coach Buzz Williams. How did that relationship form, and the kind of ties you've created with the basketball team here?
Buzz Williams, head coach here at A&M. I met him through his assistant coach who played for him in Marquette at the time. Joseph Foltz was his mentor through a mentor program in his hometown of Plano, Texas. And when I was with the Milwaukee Brewers in 2010 and 11, Joseph was there at Marquette, and I would go pick him up from campus. We would hang out, and he was like, "Oh, I got to text Buzz back. He just texted me. He's head coach." And I'm like, "Oh, he texts you?" He said, "He texts us every day, and we have to respond." It's like he's like a father figure to all of us, even the ones that have fathers. He's like a father figure. When he told his mother that he was going to take care of him like he was his own, when recruiting him, he really meant that. And that goes a long way, because a lot of times they say what most coaches say what they need to say to get you in their program and never live up to it. But Buzz lived up to it, and he still is at A&M. He's not just concerned about winning basketball games. He's also concerned about developing productive young men, productive citizens, and I think that's more valuable than winning a lot of basketball games. He's getting these guys prepared for the real world.
Mm-hmm. And you mentioned you kind of of A&M has a big prospect in Asa Lacy. You said you got to see him in years past. What is your outlook for what he's been able to do with the A&M baseball program and moving on with his career?
Well, A&M has a really good baseball program, but I saw Asa Lacy at the Shriners tournament at the Astro Stadium in March of 2019, and I knew we had no chance. I work with the Minnesota Twins. I knew we had no shot at getting this guy. And coming off a season where we won 100 games this past year, we definitely have no shot because he won't be around at 27. But you know, we love everything about him. You know, his work ethic, his character, his pitches, and he's going to be a big league pitcher, and hopefully for a very long time.